God told me that America was going to hit Iran. Immediately I fell into a vision. I was told, war is not coming. All you are hearing is rumors of war. War is not yet coming. Watch for 2029. More things will escalate. It has awakened more terror attacks within the country, but no one is coming to your shore. They will gather and conspire against the country, and they will find a way to dismantle it from within. In a few weeks, there will be silence. I saw this happening in malls. I saw this happening in hospitals, where people will just be having a normal time, and people will take off what they have on, and terror will strike. There will be more stories of Americans being kidnapped. Don't live in fear. Now, it is not my nature. I always say this because I am very fearful of speaking of things that I am not certain of. And the reason why I say that, especially when it comes to global things, is because it's a very shifty ground. Okay, it's a ground that is in motion. Because there are things that God will say that there's nothing you can do about it. And there are things that are conditional. There are conditional things, and there are things that nobody can shift no matter what you want to do. It's not going to change. Sometimes I will be not even praying, and God will show me what is to come. And I will see it in passing. Like a classic example is when the Pope was going to die. I told you exactly when. Not because I watched the Pope. I don't care. It's not my prerogative. But I knew what was coming. How did I know that? Because it was in passing. But this one I'm about to share with you, I'm sharing it with trembling because it scared me when God spoke to me. It troubled me not because of what I saw that was happening. It is the condition and the state of the church. So I was a little bit concerned because I didn't feel the urgency in my spirit in terms of, because let me explain this. As a prophet, you understand two ways that God can put a burden in you or on you. Is that when God speaks, or when something is happening, when God speaks, He can put a burden on you that will push you to pray. Or sometimes your spirit may be troubled because of what you have heard. Not your soul, but there is an uneasiness in your spirit that pushes you to go and see God. But none of that happened within me in the sense that when everything else was happening, nothing really troubled me. But then I had seen something that I shared with other guys, and I told them, I don't know if I shared it online, I can't really remember, because I never pay attention to something that my spirit is not heavy about. And God told me that America was going to hit Iran. And I was like, okay, I saw that in passing. It didn't mean anything much to me at that time because God impressed it on me. The reason why I don't like to invest myself with what is happening, because it can influence your opinion when God speaks. Amen. A prophet does not speak based on what is happening. A prophet only expresses based on what the Spirit of God says. So I was worried because I saw people claiming world war, stock up, pile up everything in your house. It's about to go crazy. It's a serious panic. People are shouting from the mountaintop, America is going down. We are about to be wiped off and all these things. So I was praying about it. And today when I left, I was in the studio until what? We got home about 6 a.m., I believe. And I sat down to meditate to know what I was going to speak on tonight. And I said, on tonight, that's interesting. I took some time to know what God was going to speak to me. That's church talk, I believe. But immediately I fell into a vision. And when I fell into this vision, I heard as clear as day. And I was told, war is not coming. And I said, wait, what? I was told war is not coming. God has bought you time. I'm telling you what I heard and what I saw. I was told war is not coming. All you're hearing is rumors of war. It is the beginning of the birth pains, but war is not yet coming. He told me, watch for 2029. Watch for 2029. More things will escalate, but war is not coming. So then I asked, how is it that everyone, because I was worried, you ask the way you think. It's interesting when you are in these experiences, what you think, you don't even need to open your mouth. Your thoughts are answered. So I was thinking, I was like, well, didn't what America just do, will it cause more things? And I was told, you were bought time, but what it has done is that it has awakened more terror attacks within the country, but no one is coming to your shore. I was told that. Not yet. So I asked again the question. And I was told they will gather and conspire against the country, and they will find a way to dismantle it from within. But militarily, no one can contend with America right now because God's hand is on her, despite what people are saying. And I was told anything that happens to her will be because your Lord is coming, not because God has spit her out.
Amen.
There is a false sense of security that is coming. And what I gathered, this is not what I heard. What I gathered from what I was being told was that in a few weeks there will be silence. All this talk will quiet down. From what I gathered, from my assessment of what I saw. But there will be something that will be brewing. I saw people dressed normal. I saw this happening in malls. I saw this happening in hospitals. I saw this happening in places of gathering where people will just be having a normal time and people will take off what they have on and terror will strike. Instability will happen not only here but in other places, especially. There will be more stories of Americans being kidnapped. So if you're going to travel, please ask God where you're going. No fear. Don't live in fear. We are children of God. We don't live in fear.
Amen.
Never ever live in fear. Because we are children of God. To die is gain. To live is Christ. And I was told this, and this is where the message is coming from now. I was told that the church and the people of God need to prepare for one last big harvest. To prepare for one big harvest. And to be positioned in places where God will equip his people, not only spiritually, but materially to accomplish what God desires to be accomplished.
Amen.
Amen.
And when this was said to me, I remembered The wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. It hasn't happened yet. This was a thought when this was being said to me. But the Lord told me, but my people have not been positioned to receive what I have for them because they have not made room. So I asked, what do you mean we haven't made room? Because when he said it, he didn't say like just you. I was included in what was said. I'm being honest with you. Remember I said even me, I got delivered. Because we have not made room. And I was confused because we are in the presence of God. We are praying. We love the Lord. He told me there is a silent killer among you, and he's already killing many of you, and you don't even know it. And he began to explain to me something that I'm about to share with you. I want us to go to Galatians chapter 5. And verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.